Okay.
Do you want to introduce me first?
This is what it is. Technowood School is a school for autistic children and young adults, and we have set this podcast up to provide our pupils with a fantastic opportunity to develop a range of skills whilst interviewing top sportsmen and women from a variety of different sports. Joining us today on the TWS Sports Podcast is a former professional footballer. He played 561 times for Wolves and scored 306 goals with 18 hat-tricks. We are currently sat opposite a stand that's named after him. Welcome to the podcast, Steve Bull.
Thank you very much. Hey, that's a good intro. Thank you very much for that. That's class.
Before we start, we just wanted to say that throughout this podcast, if you have any questions about anything about our podcast, or you have a question about autism, then please ask. We'd like to answer your questions too.
Okay.
Steve, this is our 100th podcast today, so thank you so much for being our 100th guest.
That's fine. I'd like to move first, but I'll take 100 instead.
Well, the 100th episode is a big milestone. I will tell you, he didn't expect it to get this far.
Oh, didn't he? Oh, you've done well. You've done absolutely brilliant, by the way. Superb.
We like to start our podcast with some random questions before we start talking about your career. You ready?
No.
Do you have a choice? I don't think you have a choice, mate.
You don't get the choice, do you?
No, you don't.
Can I go now before you start?
I'm afraid not. We have someone at the door. You can stop him.
Trust me, we'll be as quick as possible.
Who was the most famous person in your phone book?
Oh, my phone book.
Other than yourself.
Oh, my word, I got quite a few. I don't know whether you know them.
Other than yourself.
That's Ben Shepherd, Bradley Walsh, Robert Plant, Phil Taylor, Tony McCoy. There's a lot of ex-professionals and ex-sports people that are on my phone. Beverly Knight's a nice one as well, because she's from Wolverhampton as well. So I've got a few in there, and I don't like name dropping. Those one of them things, you know what I mean? And mine's in there as well.
If you could trade lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh my word, that's a good one. These are random, aren't they? Who?
Yeah, we like saying people in tailspins with their thoughts.
Oh dear, okay, no worries at all. So let me think then, if I could trade for one day, I'd like to spend dinner with them as well. Or there's two people in my life, it's two people I'd like to swap it with Elvis Presley, because he was the king. He was absolutely top drawer, and I'd love to have dinner with him at the table all day long. The second one is probably, who can I say, Pele. Pele. I wish I was on the scale of the way he played was unbelievable. Absolutely skillful player, scores goals for fun, unbelievable. So I would like to trade play. I know it's a similar sport, football, but Elvis, I can't even talk, never mind sing.
If you could have any superpower, what would you have and why?
Oh my word. Oh, these are good ones here, aren't they? Oh man, what would I have? What superpower would I have? I don't know. I'd like to have, probably, if I could, X-ray vision through buildings, so you can see what's going to happen through cars, through everything, whatever, so you can see what's actually coming and what.
As long as you have the ability to turn it off again.
Yeah.
That might cause all sorts of
like a little button on the side here to make it like that. Yeah.
Something like that, yes. Okay, thank you for answering those questions. Let's have a chat about your career.
Yeah.
We want to take you back to the beginning and talk about your childhood. What were your memories of growing up, and did you always want to be a footballer?
Yes, I always wanted to be a footballer since I was a little toddler. And you won't believe this, my dad used to clip me around the ear after school, because I used to come back with my school gear on, my school shoes on, didn't get changed, got the ball straight away over the park, come back filthy.
Oh,
and in them days, you only had one outfit, one trousers, one jumper, one shirt. You had to wear it for the week, and that was it. So they used to clip me around the ear, but it was my dream. Who knew I'd get to where I was at that time of the youth, and I always loved to used to go over the park after school, come back at 10 o'clock, because 10 o'clock was the time you had to be back in, and that was it, up for school next day, back to the park after this. And I was a very, very lucky person, and how I actually got to what I was, it's a bit like yourselves, work hard, that's what you need.
Okay.
Work hard, not saying you got no skill, because I never had any skill. I'll work my socks off, you know what I mean, because a lot of people have skill and hard work. Some people have skill, some have hard work. I just had hard work. My skill was just scoring the odd goal now and again. You know what I mean? So, and I was very lucky. You won't believe this. I'll give you a little story because when I was 17, before I became a professional footballer, I had trouble in my knee. It was called a foreign body. A foreign body is a piece of bone that floats about in your body like this, and it kept locking. My knee kept locking, and I had to keep pushing this bone back in like this. And when I was 17, I had to have an operation on my knee. And before I had the needle in my hand, the anaesthetist said to me, "Listen, Steve, when we take this bone out, you are never going to be a professional footballer." And that was when I was 17. 17 years later on, it happened again, and that's why I had to retire. A piece of bone had broke off again when I was 70. So I was very, very lucky. But when I got to schools like yourselves or schools, and when I say, and you say to me, "We can't do this, we can't," you can. You can do whatever's in front of you. You can overcome your fears or overcome your injuries, and you can do it, seriously, because I did it, seriously.
You already answered question 2 for us.
Am I?
Yes, we were about to ask
X-ray vision.
we were about to ask you about the. We were about to ask
I've got it already, look.
I think I know why.
Okay,
Because you got it like that.
No, I can't.
You've got it like this.
Okay, a bit of script. When you were a kid, did you ever send a ball through a window?
I through a window. Well, we used to somebody lived opposite us with the grass in between the road and the fence, and we used to be the lady and the gentleman who used to live there, quite oldish at the time, which he was one of them. We used to bang the ball against the wall. We used to get some chalk, you won't believe it, and put a goal on the ball like this. So we're banging, we're scoring. I'm hitting this ball really hard, score goals, bang, bang, bang. They're coming out and they're going to us. "Can you stop hitting the ball against the wall? We've already broke 2 ornaments. They've come off the wall." So we had to stop. But that was it. That was a
The worst things I've ever done was throwing stuffed toys that wound up hitting the lights.
Oh yeah.
And somehow managed to dig holes in the wall back in my old house. Holes in the wall with toy cars.
Okay.
We just played with it and well.
We used to draw on the wall. Because we got bored. Me and my brother, we had like bunk beds. I was on the bottom. I didn't like height, so he was on the top. And if you go to the house where we lived, and I'm sure somebody said they lived in the house, they took the wallpaper off, and there's these big drawings on the plaster of me where we draw big Mr. Men people on there or something like that. Seriously.
Okay.
So we didn't throw anything.
So you drew things. I dug things.
You dug things, yeah. You caused more damage than me.
I also swung my door off its hinges.
Did you?
I was a kid.
That's temper. That's terrible. That is. That's terrible.
No, I did it for fun.
Did you?
I used to swing
Oh,
on it. I was destructive. My parents still tell me I have a destructive aura because they tell me all I have to do is look at something and it'll fall.
Is that what it is? Is it? See, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Jacob.
Alright, you started your career at West Brom.
Oh,
I think
you can't say that in here. West Bromwich in here.
Nobby Styles.
Yeah, Nobby Styles.
Was manager at the time. What are your memories of joining the club and how did you look back on your time with them?
With them, you know what I mean, I've got to be careful what I say because he's going to go into Wolverhampton and I've got to be careful what I say.
Well, I mean, you need to be careful. I mean, I was literally born. I'm pretty sure I was born and raised here in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I've been here in this place all my life.
Here, and I can remember when I was young, it used to be chaos.
Was it? Yeah.
When there was always like a wolf's cave, everyone just rushed.
Yeah. It was chaos probably in your day. But I've got to say to West Brom, I mean, Nobby Styles, God forbid, he's passed away. He was a very, very good coach and a good manager. And he taught me a lot of things in football, i.e. stand on your own 2 feet, do what you do from normal in a football, don't listen to other people sometimes because some people want you to do what they want to do, you know, so you got to be single-mindedly. But when I left there and came here, it was unbelievable. You weren't even thought about twice when I was here in 1986. This wasn't even here, this stand. That stand weren't there. That was a mile away that way, and there was old concrete South Bank here. This was all run down, and looking back now to now, it's absolutely unbelievable now. This is different class now.
Plus I did doubt it hurts that you have one of these stands named after you.
Yeah, I did get the email. I don't know who sent the email. Who sent the email to my wife? My wife says, where are we going to? I said to my wife, Kirst, where are we doing this podcast? We're doing training ground. I go, you're going to the ground, I think, Steve. Email come through, says, We're in box number 15. We don't know what stand it is, but it's opposite the Steve Ball one. I'm going to get in there. You got mine right? Yes. This is one of the most famous stands in the Midlands, the Billy White stand. Yeah.
Okay, you got off to a great start with West Brom, but they quickly sold you to their local rival Wolves. Why did West Brom sell you after making a great start with them?
Yeah. Well, I think I scored 3 in 5 games, and then Nobby Styles went, and a gentleman called Tommy Ron Saunders came in, ex-Villa, ex-European Cup winner. He came in. He obviously didn't like what I was doing there or whatever. I don't know, because sometimes new managers come in, old players don't fit in the way they do it. You see it in this day and age now. And I went in the office and one day he called me in, and I was like pleading with him for about 20 minutes, saying, listen, I've just gone to the side, I've scored 3 goals in 5 games, come on, give me a chance. And his exact words were, you haven't got a first touch for this division. And I was deflated, I was really deflated, honestly, and I thought, what have I got to do? I thought, I'd just give up my job 12 months early. I thought, well, I just want to play football. These give me a lifeline. Graham Turner came here. And ever since then, in the first 3 games, that we drawn 0-0, something like that. We won 1-0, and then we never looked back after that. And me and Andy Thompson came from West Brom to here. I know it's a lot of money in your life, £64,000 for 2 players. In that era was a lot of money. Now you're probably looking at 64 million. And if it was million...
Why people play that so much for a person to just kick a ball out? I'll never know.
See, cut the camera, cut it off. You have to put up this all the time.
Not all the time. Trust me, I've got a brother, he's like a little demon. Like he runs around.
Hey, what's wrong with me?
Not you, my brother.
Brilliant. Come on, next one.
Alright, you made your Wolves debut against Wrexham in 1986. What are your memories of making your
debut?
Yeah,
it was a bit scary, to be fair. I know I'd just come from West Brom, which sounds like 3rd in Division 1 at the time, which is the Premiership now. Wolves were 3rd from bottom in Division 4. It was a bit of the rivalry, if you know what I mean, because Wolves and West Brom never get on. And I just thought, well, what have I got to do here to win them over? And I think we drew the first few games, and when I scored my first goal, boom, I started rolling. I think I finished about 19 goals in half a season that year, and then the fans took to me then. And I thought, yes, I'm here now, I'm happy, and I'm going to make a home here now. And like you say, I never looked back since.
Speaking of those 19 goals, you scored 19 goals in your first season at Wolves, and you reached the playoffs in 1987, where you played Aldershot?
Aldershot, yeah, in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are your memories of that season and playing off?
In the playoffs.
In the
playing
playoff
finals. Aldershot in the playoffs, yeah.
Playoff finals.
It's very, like you say, that was one of the times we thought was going to go up. And when you get in the playoffs, we've gone through a few playoffs since I've been here, and it's one of the most heartbreakingest things to go through, because you could be 10 points clear of 3rd place, and they overtake you, or the 4th place overtake you because they beat you in the playoffs. And we just wasn't strong enough against Aldershot. We went down there, I think we won, was it 1-0 down there, they come up here and beat us 2-0 or something like that, and it was devastating, because we thought we're never going to get out of this league, but we didn't know that after that, the year after, we'd go up, you know what I mean, and scored 19 in my first, I think it was about 28 games or something like that, so I was off and running then, so, but it is difficult when you come to a situation and you want to get over it and you can't get over it, and but you have to keep fighting on.
Okay. Time for a slightly off-topic question and more of a silly question, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. How much money were you earning at the start of your career, and did you make any stupid purchases?
Word, jeez, stupid purchases. No, when I was at West Brom, I think I was on about £100 a week at West Brom. I came to Wolves, you won't believe this, and I can tell you what else, I think I was on £150 a week, but I had a £4,000 signing on fee, which £4,000 was a lot of money in them days, I mean a lot of money. And I could have done something stupid by purchasing something other, because when I first came here, there was a number plate going about SB9, right? SB9. I thought, Steve Bull, 9. I've got to have that for my car, but that £4 a lot of money. I mean, like, it was like having 400 grand, you know, and I thought, oh God, I've never had this much money in my life. And I thought, I never had it. It sold, I think, a year ago for 22,000. So I should have, I know it wouldn't have been a foolish buy, but I ain't got nothing in them days. I thought I'd got to look after that, you know what I mean? So that's how much I was on. 150 a week and I had 4,000 on. But then it got only a little bit bigger after that. I ain't telling you what I had after. No.
Okay. We have a few photos that we have found for you. We will show you the photos and we want you to talk us about
Through what they are.
that time in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my word. What's that one there? Oh jeez.
Black and white, that's
No,
all
no,
I
no,
can
no.
say.
What's that? Oh, you played in black and white?
No,
In the old days with the black and white televisions?
No, but the picture.
Oh no.
I can't see it, I don't know, black.
That was one of them where, I don't want to show the camera this one because it's look, it's coming out together.
You got no choice now.
I can't, that's a disgrace. That was one of my first goals. It might have been against Derby, that. It might have been against Derby for West Brom. And look at the hair. Look at the bully cut then, look, was it? Look at that baby. It's not yours then, look.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
So that was one of the goals I scored. I'm sure it was I'm sure it's against Derby. What's it? Ipswich. Sorry, Ipswich. I mean, which is good against Ipswich. Steve is off it. Yeah, was yeah. I don't like to dwell on that.
There's better memories there.
Is that?
Yeah.
Slide.
Oh, that was good old days. That was a Sherpa van. Sherpa van final. You won't believe it. 86,000. I think it was about 86 or 88,000 fans there. And I think, if I would say it now, there's probably about 55,000 Wolves fans there. And we only had about 20,000 here at the time, or 20,000 at the time. And they always say to me, if you built this ground double over, would they sell the tickets to Wolves fans? I think they would, because the Wolverhampton got the capacity to support us. But that was a good day, that was. It wasn't for me, because I didn't score. And I wanted to score that day at Wembley. I thought, when you go to Wembley, you got to score. I didn't know I was going to play for England and score at Wembley. I didn't know, because honestly, I had a pug on. You know when you have a pug on, you feel like, I was like that for about 3 hours, until I had like about 4 points. And I was back to normal, then I was alright, I was back in the room. So here we go. Oh, England, Scotland, look at that baby.
Yeah.
Oh my word. You seen that one as well? There you go. You nearly cut Gazza's head off. Look, you cut Gazza's head off. That's a disgrace. Yeah, that was on the...
That was on purpose, we swear.
Was it? Was it on purpose?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
one is like someone
Unless
like
you
my
want it.
editor.
Unless you wanted it to be.
No, he's round the bend, he's potty, he's, by the way. If you can get him on your podcast, yeah.
Good luck.
If you can understand me, you definitely won't understand him. No way. That was my debut, that was unbelievable, that was. And I was in the under-21 somewhere in Albania or at a foreign country with Dave Sexton, who used to be number 2 to Alex Ferguson. And he knocked me door on the night time. He says, listen, the gaffer wants you down to Scotland. I went, what do you mean, when? He went, now. I had to get in a car, in a plane, in a car, and I was in Scotland. And then to get on off the subs bench and score, I didn't realise the day before, he was on like a television programme called Saints and Greavesy. You all know them. And they had T-shirts on, saying, let the bull loose, bully's going to get you. So I was on the telly the day before. All the Wolves fans found out, I looked out at Hampden Park, 86,000 people, 80,000 jocks, 6,000 England. I looked and went, it's about 3,000 Wolves there. I'm going like, I come to see me on the bench, sitting on the bench. And when I scored that day, they was up in cheers, I was in arms. That was a great day. That was a brilliant day, that was.
Yeah,
2 good days there. 2 good days. Oh my word, that was in the World Cup. Oh my word. Look at that dodgy has. If you've got this colour in the gear, have you seen these pictures in colour?
Yeah.
They're dodgy colours, aren't they? They are. It was like No Fear, I think it was. No Fear gear, I'm sure it was. And it was me, who was it? Is it Chris Waddler, Gaza, and Trevor Steen? Is it Trevor Steen? I'm trying to go. I can't see how many classes. That's one of the days we had off, because we was up and down Italy for 6 weeks, up and down Italy. And people say to me, was it one of the best times? That was one of the best times of my life. It was also one of the saddest, because we should have won that year. We should have won it, seriously. And I honestly won this thing about Bobby Robson, which I wished he'd have done. We're playing Germany in the semi-finals, and I'm on the bench, and I think we're 1-0 down, and then he's saying to me, come on, get warmed up. I'm coming down the pitch, getting my top on, ready to go on, and all of a sudden, Mr. Lineker, Gary Lineker, if you ever heard him, he scored a goal to make it 1 each, and he just said to me, pull your zip back up and sit back on the bench for a bit. And I went, oh, just give me 15. We had extra time as well. And I thought, just give me 15, 20 minutes, because I'd have run there like a Tasmanian devil. I might have got a chance as well.
Cartoon character?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah.
No offense, but this picture looks like one of you might have fallen off.
Oh, yeah. That's too relaxed there, that was. That was like
Yeah,
that.
well, it looks like one of you. Where's the seatbelt? So you don't fall
You don't wear seatbelts and they have to swim if you fall off. It's only a little pedal out, it's one of them things.
Yeah,
Do any of you actually know how to swim?
Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, of course we did. We did, yes, we did.
yeah, so that's why they didn't wear vests.
Right, yeah. Them
Okay.
days they didn't have the vest then, I just say get out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just as long as you can swim, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Between 1987 and 1989, you scored 102 goals in 113 games. What was it like going into the pitch knowing that you were going to score?
It was easy. That's it. It was easy.
Come on, give us a little more here, right?
It was one of them things. It was where I knew as soon as I'm going to go out, I'm going to get a chance and I'll score. And you won't believe it, I probably missed more than I scored, because I used to have about 3, 4, maybe 5 chances a game, and I'd only put 2 away. So I missed more than what I scored. But to score that many in that many games, I said about Eric Haaland, you know, he scored 50 last year. I'm going to see whether he can do it this year, but I think he'll do it again this year himself, I do. So he might even beat that, you know what I mean? But that's in the Premiership. But it's. I just went outside, I thought, well, and I was on £100 a goal as well. So I had to keep scoring. Don't tell anybody. Oh, sorry.
Camera in your
Oh, no.
You got a camera like holding my ass, and you're wearing a mic, dude. There's one mic here.
Oh, I forgot that was there. Scandalous.
Sorry, I forgot that was there.
Let's have that. Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Sir Jack Hayward? Is that
Yep.
how you spell it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pronounce it. I know how to spell it right there.
So Jack Hayward, yeah.
Came into the club in 1990. How did that change the club?
It was unbelievable. It was the start of building that stand over there. Sorry, this main one here first, the Billy Wright stand. And he was a lovely, lovely gentleman, he was. And he only had, you won't believe this, 1 pair of shoes. And those brown suede shoes, that's all he had, 1 pair of shoes. See, God knows him, that's all he had, honestly. But he was a lovely man. He set this club off, up and running. He put a bit of money into the club. He got us as far as he could. Then Steve Morgan came in, and the people here now from Fowson. So he started the revolution of getting this ground back on its feet and get it going, honestly. But I'll tell a little story. I've got time. Can I tell you these stories? Yeah.
Yeah, we got all then.
So I used to have a restaurant in Tetlow called Bravaccio's, right? Italian for bullies. And so Jack came up the one day with Rachel Hale Flint. God forbid, they're both gone. And this is how Sir Jack is, right? This is how Sir Jack is. It's Italian restaurant, right? Italian olive pasta, olive spaghetti, lasagna, and olive for fun. They came up one time and excuse me, and they come up and sit where you want to sit. They sat in the middle, had the food. I said, I'll see you in a bit. Went to the conservatory, come back in, sat down by him. Everything right. Oh, the food was beautiful, Steve. Absolutely lovely. The service was good. Food was lovely. That was it. Boom. Went, okay. That was it all. This is Italian, right? 2 days later, I'll get a little card in the post. Hi, Steve. Thanks for your hospitality. Thank the staff. Oh, the food was class. Brilliant. P.S. on the bottom. Have a guess what it says?
What?
Can I have shepherd's pie next time? That's what he says. I went, I can't get me hat on with that. Because he was like traditional English, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Traditional English.
Yeah, that's my favourite meal, so
I'll tell you another one of them as well. When they named that stand, the Steve Bull stand, right? They named that the Steve Bull stand, right? We had a dinner in that room where the big room is there. We had a big dinner, me and my wife, because we do events. And I came into the reception, And the security guard went, Steve, Sir Jack wants to have a word with you upstairs. I went, what do you mean? He went, on the phone? Because he had a flat up here. So I put the phone out. I went, all right, Sir Jack. Hello, Steve, how are you? I'm all right, Sir Jack, how are you? I'm jolly well, thank you. He says, I'm naming the John Ireland stand the Steve Ball stand. I went, you can't do that. He went, I jolly well can. So he said, schoolboy error. I put the phone down, didn't I? I should have gone. He said, Jack, does that come with a villa in Portugal and a Range Rover? I'm just schoolboy error, you know what I mean?
Oh boy. What was it like to play against West Brom? I imagine in the 90s it was a very heated local derby, plus revenge time.
It was, to be fair, you know, I think that they didn't like me playing against them because they knew I was going to score against them if I got a chance. And that's the only way I could shut them up, because they used to give me so much grief for 90 minutes. Yab, 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 yab in my yell all through the game. And as soon as I scored a couple of times down their end. And I did one in front of their fans the one time, all down their place. The ball come over, Paul Birch, head out right there. I'm on my knees in front of their fans going, yeah, come on then, I'll take you all on. And then somebody got me round the deck and dragged me off. I went, come on, Steve, you can't take them all on. But it was nice to have a bit of sweet revenge, if you know what I mean. It was nice.
Yeah, but we just got to be careful what we say.
You can say what you are, my time's done, but that's it, you can say whatever, I'm a very lucky person.
I have to be careful with the words you say, because this is child friendly.
Oh, okay. I won't swear then.
Trust me, nowadays they're a bit special on the internet.
Okay. In 1989, you were called up to the England team and scored out your debut. What are your memories of that game?
That was unbelievable. That was absolutely class. Like I said about the pitch early on, you know what I mean, me being told 4 years earlier I hadn't got a first touch, and then playing for your country. Somebody got it wrong, but I know who got it wrong. It weren't me. But it was unbelievable. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I can still relive it now, because I've got a picture in my house. Me and Gaza signed it, and I got a Scotland shirt that I wore that day in a frame, and I still have to pinch myself sometimes, because, you know, like I say, at 17, shouldn't have been a professional footballer, and 21, then I hadn't got a first touch, and then next minute, playing for England. So it's very, very good times, very good times.
Speaking of Gaza,
there's a couple of people that wanted to know this. Is it true that you had word with Gaza at half time because he wouldn't pass the ball to you?
Yes, England, Scotland, yes. Yeah, I've got to be child friendly. Yes, I did, because first half, I've got 12 minutes coming off the bench in the first half, and he could have passed the ball to me 3 times in the first half. But there were certain clicks, like Lineker, Beardsley, Gascoigne, Waddle, you know, get certain clicks inside from different clubs. Bully, Steve Buff and Wolves, I was on my own, you know, and I'm thinking I'm Billy now, mate, you know what I mean? So I was getting frustrated the first half, so second half I did actually have a word with him, and I said to him, pass me the ball, because he's a bully man, I will, I'll pass the ball to you. That was a rubbish Geordie accent, by the way. He went, man, I went, yeah, pass the ball. He didn't pass the ball to me again, he didn't pass the ball to me again. The goal came about Trevor Stephen, Gary Stephen down the right hand side. The ball came over, arm against McLeish McPhail. I jump up like this, and the ball hits me here. That was a great first touch, by the way, first touch. I turned, and the ball was there, and I just went bang. I hit it, and all I could see was a microphone shoot from the net. I went, geez, I scored. What am I doing? I started running. I'm going towards the jocks, and I'm going, what are you doing, Steve? So I turned around, as you see in the picture, put my hands in there like this. Who came first? Gaza. I went, you can. Straight off. That's what I said to him. But I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, but he's a good bloke, he's a good friend of mine now, and he'll do anything for you, apart from your podcast.
We'll see.
We'll see very soon.
Don't worry, we have methods.
Oh yeah.
I will pester him until he agrees.
And trust me, he's a pester.
Yeah, class.
Sir Bobby Robson
yeah.
was England manager at the time. What was he like as a person and as a manager?
He was brilliant. He was a great man manager. There was 2 of them. There was him and there was Don Howe. Don Howe was a great tactician, where Bobby Robson was a good man manager. You know, you got to have it's like good cop, bad cop. You know what I mean? One does it politely, the other one does that, and they work well together. So he was an absolutely brilliant manager. I've got to thank him for giving him a chance for England, you know what I mean?
Oh, no. You got selected to play in the 1990 World Cup in Italy. What was that like?
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Like I say, 4th place. I got the medal in my house. I got a signed shirt by all the England team, all there. Like I said before, with the Scotland one, I had to keep pinching myself, you know, to get there. Like 5 years early on, all that trouble I had with my knee, first touch, everything. And then you're in the World Cup, and it was phenomenal, yeah. It was unbelievable, because you got like Lineker, Beasley, Gascoigne, Waddle, Shilton, Robson, Parker, you got all these, Walker, you got all these top class players, and you got me just coming out of 3rd division, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't have been there, but like I say, Bobby Robson gave me a chance. I'm in merit, I'm in goal scoring, like the 102 goals in 2 seasons, and he gave me a chance.
Yep. Your roommate,
David Platt.
You roomed with David
Platt, yeah.
At the World Cup, what was it like? What was that like?
He was a lovely man. He was a lovely man. You know, I mean, he's a very good friend of mine. He actually scored against Belgium, where I thought I'd scored against them, and he was my roomie. He was my roomie for like 6 weeks up and down Italy, and yeah, I mean, we had our little pranks we did to each other and whatever, and stuff like cut socks off and deep eats and stuff, and everything that the usual footballers do, and hide stuff and take stuff off and say, "I'll sure up right there." Footballers have to do something, you know what I mean? They get bored, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the first time we've heard about this.
Is it? Yeah,
You're not the first person to tell us that people cut up people's socks as pranks.
we did everything stupid. I mean stupid. We've even moved cars at the car park and put it on another car park so they can't find it. That's why footballers
How do you
are.
even get in the car without the keys?
You can get in, we nick the keys and put them back before they even know.
Yeah, it's not like shoving a small guy
It's
that
only
played football in a plane and leave him there for 6
No,
hours.
they stuck him in the cargo thing as a joke because he'd fit.
Is it?
Yeah, and he spent 6 hours in the cargo thing.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Because the other two just, the others with him picked him up and shoved him in there because he'd fit.
Is it?
Yeah, they just forgot.
Yeah, that's right.
They actually did it to him on purpose.
Yeah.
That's the best one I've heard. That's a good one, isn't it?
Don't you know so many people in cargo bits and planes?
You two, I offer your kid.
I've actually never been on a plane.
Have you not?
The last time I was too young to remember.
Yeah.
I went on a plane, like, I think it was Turkey this year. I went, it was good.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you and the team get up to at the World Cup when you weren't playing?
How could you laughing? No. Well, I've just said half of the stuff on you know, what players do to each other and stuff and whatever, and fire extinguishers in the hall and stuff like that, and just silliness, and we weren't allowed to have a drink, say, on the World Cup unless the gaffer give us a day off, which he did on that boat trip there, give us a day off.
Let me guess. You did it anyway.
We did anyway. Yes. But to me, it took me, you won't believe this, Paul Gascoigne, he like I say, he's round the bend. He's round the bend, honestly. And as soon as I got there, the week after they got there, he kept saying, "Do you need any shampoo? Do you need any conditioner? Do you want any underarm spray?" I went, No. He's asking me this for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks like this. And the 3rd week I says, "Guys, I need some underarm spray." I've run out. He went, "Oh, after training, meet me at 1 o'clock down the corner." So I'll go at the hotel, I'm standing, I'll come by the corner, and then there's about 10 players there. 10 players on the corner. Have they all run out at the same time or what? I mean, what happens here? So we said, well, down the elevator, turn that way, down that way. Boom. There's a Boots. There's a chemist there, there's a Boots there. And never guess what's up next to Boots? A pub. They've only been drinking for 3 weeks without telling me, because they've got a code of shampoo and arm and stuff like this. So we didn't have a drink. I didn't have a drink for 3 weeks. That's the driest I've ever been in my life. Seriously. And they've all been down there drinking. I went, oh, no. But it was a good trip, and we all stuck together, if you know what I mean. We all played hard and worked hard together.
And got up to silly things that you shouldn't have.
Did
your manager ever find out?
No.
Good.
No, the only thing I found out was about Gaza playing tennis till 12 o'clock at night. because he used to play tennis until 12 o'clock at
Are you
night.
sure that's what he was doing?
No, yeah, seriously, he's one of these that he can't sit still. You know what I mean? He can't sit still. He has to keep doing stuff.
And I know why.
Yeah.
Because he must have been drinking and he was trying to get it off.
Well, he
does
had loads of Mars bars as well. See, Mars bars, chocolate.
Maybe trying to get rid of the breath.
Okay. What was it like playing with Gary
Lineker.
Lineker, Terry Butcher? Is he actually a butcher?
No. Well, he probably was on the pitch. Yeah.
David Platt and more.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Like I said, some of these questions we interact themselves of what that was like and what they were like. Terry Butcher was a leader. He was solid. He was the captain. He's going to like United. You know what I mean? Then you got Lineker up front with me, and if I can't get inside, Lineker can get in. And like I say, you got Gascoigne, you got Beasley. These names, I tell you what, if you was about when I played, you'd go, these are superstars. It's like having the Ronaldos and the Beckhams now, you know, and all Messis and all that now, you know what I mean? But they're all good players. They're all good players. It was brilliant.
Yeah. What was the best prank in the world at the World Cup?
At the World Cup, oh, well, that was one of them with Gaza. I can't mention too much anymore. There weren't pranks, there was things. There was somebody's birthday. Jim Rosenthal, who was a commentator there. He was doing commentary around the pool. It was all in our things at the time, our speedos, what they call them, not these boxer shorts. And he'd be doing a proper interview with a telly like this, and Gaza would come behind with this biggest cake ever, bosh, and smack him right in the pool. And so he's in the pool going like this, and the guy's all on camera.
So someone knocks him in the pool?
With a big cake like that, boosh out straight in with his gear on, yeah.
From my point of view, I would just get the cake.
I'd just get put on the cake, would you? I would go there.
Pick him up and just throw him.
I know. There's a lot of pranks. I probably forgot half of them, but there was a lot of pranks, but in good humour, if you know what I mean.
You remain the last player to play for England outside the top 2 divisions. That's an amazing honour, and do you think anyone will do it in the future?
Not really. I don't think they will. You know what I mean? I don't think they've even tried. You know what I mean? I do think there's players, strikers, goalkeepers, defenders in the lower leagues who I think can actually get in the England side, but they won't get a chance. They won't get a chance because the players these days have got to be in the Premier League, and the skillful players.
Like
I say, I know it's one of them. But I don't think they'll do it. I do not think they'll do it. I don't. But there are people out there who can score goals, who defend, who can be good in goal, who are good enough to play for England, but it's giving them the chance. You know what I mean?
Okay. Jacob, you're up.
Back to Wolves now, and is it true that on Friday the team used to train in the car park outside of the stadium?
Outside that one there. That was unbelievable. And the car park itself was like, it was slanted like this, okay? And there was cars, student cars all on there. And every Friday we used to have training there on a Friday before the game on a Saturday. And you know the only injuries we had? I guess the only injuries we had? Grit on your hands when he fell over. That's all we had, grit on our hand, seriously. But the true story is, the students used to park the car there, right, seriously, and we had to make like a runway down the middle. And there's cars parked in the middle, seriously in the middle. So if you saw us on a Friday morning, you've got about 10 of us shunting these cars. So we've got a gap down here like this, seriously. And the students used to come back going, I'm sure my car was there. And there's 20 yards over there, 20 yards over there. As long as we got that pitch down the runway on the back of the car park, honestly, it was unbelievable. And how we got away.
Did you figure out it was you guys?
Yeah, they knew it was us, So in the end, I started parking the cars right on the end in the end. Yeah. So
I bet at the beginning when they didn't know.
They didn't know, like, where is it?
They were like, not my car.
Yeah, not again. The alarms used to go off, but they never used to stop on. They used to go off, and they used to come on now and again. Yeah, but we used to do.
You scored 4 goals on New Year's Day against Newcastle. I imagine you and the team were in bed early and you prepared well for that game.
You know these stories. You've seen these before. I know you've dug these out. Yes, we went to bed at 8 o'clock at night.
Did you?
2 nights before.
Did you?
2 nights before, yeah. Yeah, we did. We didn't.
No.
what we did, we got down in the daytime, we had a bit of a shadow play, position play, went and play the ball, got back to the hotel, dressed all up and stuff like whatever, and in our tracksuit, got down night time, had all our pasta, our beans, all our carbs ready for next day to go. And we're playing cards at night time, and come 8 o'clock, and the gaffer stood up, he says, listen, I want you in bed by 12:05, wish the missus Happy New Year, or the wife, whoever it is, your girlfriend, wish them Happy New Year, I want you in bed at 12:05. I went, okay, now it's done. Okay. So we walked past about 10 yards, and our gaffer got these biggest eyebrows, right, because he didn't like looking at you, he always looked like this. Because when you look at somebody in the eye, you can tell what they're doing, what they're thinking, you couldn't see like this. And he looked at us and he goes, listen, by the way, you can have a couple of halves of beer. That's like a red rag to a bull, you know what I mean? It's like that, you know what I mean? So it was 4 to 5 of us, I'm not naming the names, 4 to 5 of us were there till 12:15 at night. Beers, wines, drinking, drunk, seriously.
Were you one of them?
Honestly, yes I was, yes. And we got up next morning, my eyes are red and I'm going, oh, we've got to keep away from the gaffer, keep away from me. So we kept away from the gaffer, he named the side, it was all in the side. We didn't realise 3,000 Wolves fans are going to come on Monarch Airlines and fly up there. And we thought, what have we done? What have we done? Because it's one of the worst things you can do. And we got out there, and on the first half, it was freezing cold as well. When you've had a beer the night before, it's even colder. You know what I mean? All our fans were dressed as Santas, reindeer, snowmen. They all come in good humour. And we had a drink the night before. So we got in first half, didn't we?
The cold actually usually, some people think that cold actually sounds
takes a time, takes a bit of time, trust me, it takes a bit of time. Took us 45 minutes. So we were drawn into half time,
get someone to throw a bucket of freezing cold water on you.
Again,
splash.
Yeah, again, ice bucket. So we was drawing 0 at half time. We thought, I mean, if we get a draw out of this, I'll get drunk every Friday, I don't care, I'm going to have it, like it. And I went out second half, within 20 minutes, bang, 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 I scored 4 goals and thinking, oh my word.
How did you do that when you were drunk?
I must have sobered up at half time. Must have sobered up. Yeah. But I actually think the Newcastle players, they must have been drinking as well the night before.
Even more.
Yeah, even more, yeah.
We spoke to your former teammate, Matt Murray, who you played with towards the end of your career.
Go on, just read it there.
Here's what he has to say about you.
Okay.
I got my phone. Right,
Yeah.
so this is Matt was a guest on our podcast a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
Give us a sec.
Yeah, Bully was coming towards the end of his career, so when we played in a Resi game, when he was coming back, and it was, 8,000-9,000 turning up to watch Bully, and I think it was something like that. Yeah, Bully was quality, which is what you see is what you get. We used to cheek him a little bit as young lads, Robbie Keane, myself. Sing the Stevie Bulls Attack the song, but change the words. But when he got you, Bully had the strongest squeeze ever. So strong. So he was a really strong guy, strong squeeze. So yeah, he'd be caught as young boys, and yeah, he'd certainly make us squeal, and we'd soon be apologising. So all he ever wanted to do was score goals in training, and hit those shots early, hard and low, and no matter, if it was a small-sided game, a shooting drill, he just loved hitting the back of the net. So really hard trainer, hard worker. He worked hard, played hard, so he's a really good guy. So yeah, sort of those things about a cheeky young Matt Murray, Robbie Keane, Carl Robinson, and he'll probably make him smile. And yeah, he taught us a few lessons about how to show a bit of respect.
We did that in the right way though. It wasn't like that they could say he's bullying or whatever. We did in a laughing way to say, I mean, it's like if they did anything wrong, those cheeky little pests. That wasn't, he said something then. And we used to just grab them and say sorry to him, and say sorry to him, sorry, and don't do it again. And then they'd shout at us and run off again and do something again. And that was like cheeky little kids. But as I say, that's good lads, Keno and Matt Murray. He's a beast, isn't he? Matt Murray. Yeah, he's huge, isn't he? He's a unit, isn't he? Yeah, he's a unit.
He's basically a tank.
He's like this and he's like that. He's a good lad, though, He's a good lad. He's a good lad, but now Matt, he's, like you said before, work hard, play hard, that's what you got to do.
You formed a brilliant relationship with Andy
Much
for Wolves. He was from Liverpool, so I imagine the communication between the pair of you was brilliant.
Alright.
Yes, me and Muchie was absolutely unbelievable. We was like on a shoestring, a bit like you two. Shoestring like this, like to move like this. That's how you move on the pitch, shoestring. And like we said before, I'm from Tipton, he's from Liverpool. We knew on the pitch where we were, but we couldn't understand what we said to each other. Because he was like doing calm down, mad at me, I'm going, Muchie, get number 5. And that was the way we spoke, and that was it. We had a great 7 years, and he was the unsung hero, if you know what I mean. He was like my left arm to my right arm. He's absolutely a great bloke, yeah.
Did you read yours? I suppose
Go on, it's 26.
it's 26. Liz.
Oh! 26. Where's 26? Ah, there it is! Give me a sec. You had 4 opportunities to leave Wolves and join teams such as Torino, Newcastle, Coventry and Celtic. Why did you turn them all down, and were you very close to joining one of those teams?
Yeah, like I say, I had 4 chances to leave. Those are the ones I knew to. You mean most people speculate that he could have gone there, he could have gone there. I don't know. But they're the legit ones where the major comes and says, do you want to go, And I just thought, the Newcastle one, I just on my first boy, I thought disruption, but that would have been probably the one. If I'd have gone anywhere, then that might have been the one I got to, because they were like an old traditional side and they got workers up there to roll the sleeves up and graft, you know what I mean? So I think that'd have liked me up there, and I'd like the fans up there as well. But the other 3, I could have gone to Coventry with Big Ron. I had a 5-year deal on the table, and I just thought, well, why do I need to leave Coventry when Wolves are going to pass them? You know what I mean, in the league? So I just thought, no, I didn't need to leave, and as you say, 37.5 years on, I'm still here, and I don't think I'm going to go anywhere no more now. I think, no. Even if West Brom come back for me, I wouldn't.
One of your managers was
Graham
Graham.
Taylor.
Grant Turner.
Graham Turner or Taylor? Turner, well done.
What was he like as a manager, and how did he try and get the best out of you?
Well, he had to try and get the best out of it, because they never give him any money. So he couldn't spend on players. He had to get the best out of him. And he reminded me a bit of Bobby Robson, a very, very good manager. And he knew how to play the players, how to do what he did with the club. And he got us as far as he could. And I think if they'd have given him some more money, I think he'd have done it a lot better. And the day he left, it was like, it was sad. It was sad because he'd been here as long as I'd been here, you know what I mean? I thought, well, why does he need to go? But sometimes you have to keep up with the Joneses, don't you? You have to go new to new, and same as a pitch you have to get rid of Neves, Martinez, to bring somebody else in, Lamine and Gomez, and you have to circulate every year. You don't want to, because we don't like up west. We want to keep the same side every year. We ain't going to do that, and that's the same as managers as well. You know what I mean?
Okay. We just want to stop with the questions about your career for a moment
Here we go.
and play a Would You Rather game. You up for that?
Yeah. I'll try my hardest.
Okay. You ready?
No. So I'll do it.
You ready?
Yeah. What are you playing? What is it?
A Would You Rather game.
Would you rather? Okay.
Yeah. Night in or night out?
No, night in.
Okay. Beach holiday or city break?
Oh, beach, easy.
Would you rather talk to animals or speak every language?
I'd rather talk to animals.
Okay, Mr. Doolittle.
Get more sense out of the animals.
Okay, Mr. Doolittle. Would you rather explore space or explore the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, I think it's got to be space. I think that's too scary down there for me.
Space doesn't have any oxygen.
So if you're going to ship,
I
you ship
hate
up there.
space because I hate places that are really dark.
Yeah.
Like I'll start screaming.
That ain't dark up there.
No, we only hear you.
Yeah.
Do you not get it? When you're in space and when you don't see anything but only light.
That's it.
That's the point where you're
For
just
6 months on end. Some of them do 6 months, some of
you'll
them
just
months.
stop
don't they?
laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather go forward 200 years and see your future family, or go back 200 years and meet your ancestors?
Oh, I'd rather go back, so I know where they come from. To be fair, I think I'd like to know where they come. My daughter's just doing it at the moment. She got one of them ancestry packs, and I've just posted it the other day. She wants to know what happened further behind her, so I'd like to know what was behind. Yeah, who was my mum, dad's, my granddad's, and great
So on.
whatever, yeah, and so on. Yeah.
Graham Taylor.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Taylor.
Why does it say Tyler and that says Turner?
Two different people.
One's Turner and one's Taylor.
Understood.
Oh, you don't.
I bet she could tell you off straight away. She'd tell me off straight away, wouldn't she? Oh no, she would. I would have taught you no more.
Has said previously that his time at Wolves was one of his worst periods in his career. The Wolves fans turned on him. Why do you think it didn't work out for him at Wolves?
Oh, I think with Wolves it was a minority of fans. It was a minority of fans. And I always say to this day now, if he'd have stopped one more year, he'd have got the club up. He would have got the club up all day long. It was a minority. He's the one who's got to be thankful as well for starting the academy off. Otherwise there would be many Wolves kids down there, any academy down there. There might have been, because somebody else might have done it, but he started the academy off, and it was only a minority of fans who got on his back. That I think quite a few of them says he didn't do well in England. Why is he going to come to Wolves? The same as Glenn Hoddle when he was going to come to Wolves. It's one of them things, like you say. He did all right in my eyes, and if he'd have stopped one more year, he'd got us up.
We have a list of people who you have played with at some point in your career, and I want you to tell us what they were like and if you have any stories or memories of them. Are you ready?
Yep.
Paul Cook.
Paul Cook was a great player.
Was he a good cook?
Another. You sit into this. I'll sit there and answer the question. Answer the question.
That's actually a good one.
That's quite quick. That was, wasn't it? That's quick. That was. Paul Cook can't cook. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He had the sweetest left foot ever. He didn't need to go out that centre circle there, because he knew where me and Muchie were on the field every single time. Turn, over the top, ball in the net. That's more or less what it was in our game. He had got one of the sweetest left foots ever. Great player.
Alright, Gary
Bellamy. Oh, I've got to be careful what I say, because he was boring. He was boring us. He's one of these that he'd be on a golf course, right? He'd play about, I don't know, he'd play about 5 rounds of golf, and he'd go, I've still got golf ball, look lad, I've still got golf ball. He wore Geordie, by the way. He was up north.
So he was like watching paint dry?
But he was serious. He was a centre half. He was a great centre half, but he was a little bit.
Like watching paint dry.
Well, you said that about him. I didn't say it.
Noted.
I mean, you did say it.
Do I care?
Alright. Darren
Ferguson. Dan Ferguson, son of Alex. Yeah, you know Alex Ferguson, didn't you? No.
No.
Okay. No, okay. He was been the manager of Man United, and that's his son. And Fergie, he was like a cheeky chappy, and he could talk a very, very good game.
But could he play one?
He was a good footballer. He was a brilliant footballer. Honestly, absolutely, he's like low gravity